Every Christian leader and every serious Christian from the 20th century today has been impacted in one way or the other by the works of C.S. Lewis. Today, I want to do a review of one of C.S. Lewis's book, which is the Screwtape Letters. This is a series of satirical novels written by C.S. Lewis in 1942. This is basically some letters written by an older devil known as Screwtape to his nephew, who is a little or an apprentice devil, trying to tempt his human patient to turn away from God, his creator. In this book, we see the different tactics and strategies employed by the devil by insinuating doubt within the soul of man, some subtle temptation to lead man away from God. You see, Screwtape was constantly keeping communication with wormwood to guide him on the best approach to derail man from the creator, who they called the enemy in that book. In the last letter, Screwtape was disappointed in wormwood because despite all the tactics employed, the human patient surrendered to God and they lost the battle. Now, the beautiful thing about this book, it is deeply psychological and philosophical. And in this book, the tactics of the devil to derail many of us from the path of light were exposed. Where are my three favorite picks from this book? The first is, the devil does not want you to think, because reason can bring you to God. You know, the devil will make you question truth, question rationality, question what is real and what is not real, but will not want you to do a thorough analysis. We don't want you to listen to a thorough argument. Just smash the egg, don't lay anyone. The devil knows that when you reason, it can bring you closer to God. The faith of the Christian is not a leap in the dark, it's a faith based on reason, based on the proof of divine revelation. It is evidential faith. That's my first pick from this book. Here's my second pick from the book. The devil wants you to abuse pleasure and think of how much of it you can have, not minding any limitations. And that is what is happening in our world. So, you know, it all started with people saying love is love, pleasure is pleasure. Before now, people understood love to be a duty. It is not just a feeling, but the devil wants you, see, if it's not giving you the utmost pleasure, forget the vows, forget the duty, forget the responsibility. Love is love wherever you find it. Whether you find love with a man, if you are a man, or you find love with a woman, if you are a woman, it doesn't matter. Insofar it gives you pleasure, it can give you art, go for it. No rules, no limitation, remove the lead. Because the devil cannot make you to forget pleasure. Pleasure was created by God. What the devil only does, it makes you to abuse pleasure and leads you away from God. You hear, my body is my body, I can't do anything with it. These philosophies are the philosophies of Screwtape and wormwood, and you can bet you can see it everywhere you look in our society today. The concept of love between a man and a woman, as God designed it, has been abused, and this book foresaw it many years ago, since 1942. Some of our realities today, some of our absurdities today were properly captured in this book. And when you read this book, you begin to see that the devil has been busy, and the fruit of his work are now evident in the life of many youths and many men and women today. Here's my third pick. The devil wants you to be unashamed about sin, but be ashamed about your faith. He ensures the mockery of faith and virtue and the applauding of vices and immorality. Do you observe that? When you are a Christian, it feels absurd for you to be sharing your faith with people. In some environments, it feels rather strange. You look archaic if you say you still believe in God. The devil does everything to make you feel ashamed when you are doing the right thing. Many persons are not good to say they have done something noble. But you see, people who do things that they should be ashamed of, society should frown out. They do it so publicly on social media. People go naked, people go mad, they walk, and they are all celebrated. People now use words like, I love the vibes, I love the energy. When someone is on the path of self-destruction, when someone is making every effort to corrode the moral fiber of society, they are saying, I love his energy, I love his music. Whereas that thing is a cancer to the soul of man. Whereas someone who is doing something virtuous, a lady who is dressing modestly, a man who is behaving decently, a man of integrity, is usually laughed at. This guy, you are are missing. You don't know what you are missing. The world is leaving you behind. This is the tactics of the devil to make faith in God, Christianity less alluring, and make sin so beautiful. These are my 3 picks from the book, and this really touched me a lot. It gave me a reason to do deep reflection. I want you to read this book and share with me what your picks are. Now, there are 2 quotes I want to share with you from this book. The first one is this: we have engineered a great increase in the license which society allows to the representation of the apparent nude, not the real nude in art, and its exhibition on the stage or the bathing beach. It's all a fake, of course. The figures in the popular art are falsely drawn. The real women in bathing suits or tights are actually pinched in and propped up to make them appear firmer and more slender and more boyish than nature allows a full-grown woman to be. Yet at the same time, the modern world is taught to believe that it is being frank and healthy and getting back to nature. As a result, we are more and more directing the desires of men to something which does not exist, making the role of the eye in sexuality more and more important, and at the same time making its demand more and more impossible. What follows, you can easily forecast. Tell me what speaks to pornography today more than this C.S. Lewis wrote. Tell me what speaks to many women trying to have slim stomach. They are drinking slimmy tea. Many of them say, this is what I'm using. But those people, just before they stand for the camera on Instagram, they talk in their stomach. Some of them even use gabble. Go and see them at home in the evening. Go and see the belly they are carrying. But they create a facade for the world. And men look at this, they begin to desire an ideal that is not possible. And this is the same psychology the devil has sold in pornography. Men see women model something they would never see in their wives at home. They hear sound and desire pleasures that they cannot get in a normal, natural relationship. Whereas the people that sell this to you, they are telling you this is nature. The other quote, which is the most profound, this quote has been often quoted in many great books, and it speaks to the very heart of the Christian and the temptation that may most likely lead you and I from the path of life. Look at what C.S. Lewis wrote in 1942 in the Screwtape Letters. It does not matter how small the sins are, provided that their cumulative effect is to edge the man away from the light and out into the nothing. Murder is no better than cards if cards can do the trick. Indeed, the safest route to hell is the gradual one, the gentle slope, soft underfoot, without sudden turnings, without milestones, without signposts. If you understand the deep import of this quote, you will see that many of us who are Christians, who are believers, and indulge in some small sin, lust, fornication, lies. The devil does not have a problem with you. Go to church, dance, give, just be doing that small one. The devil will not make you to commit murder. The devil will not make you to be gay. The devil will not make you do one sin that you hate so much. Insofar, it can get you to hell with that small lie. And that is why we must watch it. This is the subtlety of the serpent. It is the ancient trick of the devil right from the Garden of Eden. And this is captured in the Screwtape Letters. So tell me, have you read this book before? If you have, share your thoughts. What did you really learn? If you have not read it, is this a book you would like to read? I can share a link to the online copy, the PDF copy online for you to read. It's a series of letters. 31. You can take one a day and meditate on it. Before the end of the month, you are done with it. I'm waiting for your comments. See you again next time.